When we think about men and their tendency to frown or appear somber, a myriad of ideas come to mind. Some might initially perceive it as a straightforward case of emotional unavailability or a lack of communication skills. However, the reality is often more intricate. Today, we will delve into the dynamics behind men's frowning, whether it stems from problem-solving tendencies or a deeper issue of miscommunication. Historically, men have been socialized to embody strength and stoicism. From a young age, many boys are taught to suppress their emotions, learning that vulnerability is often viewed as a weakness. This cultural conditioning can lead to an internal conflict. On one hand, society expects men to be the resolute problem solvers, the figures who should have everything under control. On the other hand, the pressure to conform to these ideals can create barriers to effective communication. Consider the common stereotype that men don't cry. This phrase underscores a broader societal expectation that men should maintain a facade of strength, even in emotional situations. But what happens when a man encounters a problem? Often, instead of expressing feelings or seeking support, he may choose to withdraw, appearing somber or distant. This behavior can be misinterpreted by others, particularly women, as a lack of interest or emotional disengagement. So, is this somberness a reflection of problem-solving focus? In many cases, yes. Men are often raised with the belief that they should tackle issues head-on, using logic and reason as their guiding principles. This can manifest in a tendency to withdraw when faced with challenges, as they may feel compelled to work through their thoughts independently. For them, silence can be a space to process, analyze, and find solutions. However, this approach can lead to misunderstandings in relationships. For instance, a partner may interpret a man's quietness as indifference, leading to feelings of frustration or neglect. This miscommunication can create a cycle of emotional distance, where the woman feels unheard, and the man feels overwhelmed by expectations to articulate his thoughts and feelings. Additionally, it's essential to recognize the diversity of male experiences. Not all men respond to problems in the same way. Some may find it easier to share their thoughts and feelings, seeking dialogue and engagement. Others may struggle with this, feeling trapped by societal norms that dictate how they should behave. This variation highlights the need to move beyond broad generalizations and understand that each individual has a unique relationship with their emotions and communication styles. Let's also consider the external pressures that men face today. In modern society, the landscape of masculinity is evolving. Traditional expectations are being challenged, and many men are beginning to embrace a more nuanced understanding of their identities. The conversation around mental health has gained momentum, encouraging men to open up about their struggles and feelings more than ever before. Yet, this shift can also create confusion. Men may feel torn between wanting to adhere to old standards of masculinity, while also embracing a new emotional awareness. How can we bridge the gap in understanding? One approach is fostering open conversations about emotions in both personal and societal contexts. Encouraging men to express their feelings without fear of judgment can create a more supportive environment. This is not only beneficial for men, but also for women, who often feel isolated in their attempts to connect emotionally. As we navigate these discussions, it's vital to focus on empathy and understanding. For example, if a man appears somber, instead of jumping to conclusions about his emotional state, it might be more constructive to ask open-ended questions. Questions like, "What's on your mind?" or "Is there anything you'd like to talk about?" can invite dialogue without placing pressure on him to immediately articulate his feelings. Moreover, it's important for both men and women to recognize their own biases and assumptions. Women, in particular, may need to understand that a man's silence or frown doesn't necessarily indicate a lack of interest or love. Similarly, men must acknowledge that their emotional struggles are valid and that expressing them can strengthen their relationships. In conclusion, the phenomenon of men frowning can often be attributed to a blend of problem-solving instincts and the challenges of communication. It's crucial for all of us to engage in conversations that break down these barriers. By doing so, we can help create a world where men feel comfortable expressing their emotions and where women feel empowered to understand and support them. As we wrap up this discussion, I invite you to reflect on your own experiences. What are your thoughts on the somber nature of men? Do you think this is a problem-solving approach, or do you see it as a form of communication breakdown? Share your views in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Steel Masks, for more insightful discussions on masculinity, relationships, and emotional well-being. Your voice matters, and together we can foster a deeper understanding of these complex dynamics.